When I first heard that Cupra wants to enter the US market by 2030, I thought it was crazy. But then again, I thought that launching the Cupra brand back in 2018 was crazy too. After all, the automotive world is awash in brands, and there doesn't seem to be room for another. Yet Cupra managed to sell 248,100 cars last year, which is a pretty good number. And so now I'm thinking that maybe it's not so crazy after all. Cupra is a spin-off of Seat, the automaker that's based in Spain that's part of the Volkswagen Group. The brand was launched to fill a perceived gap between the VW brand and Audi. So it's designing cars with flashier styling and punchier performance than a VW, but not as pricey as an Audi. And it's working. While sales are concentrated in Europe, Cupras are also sold in Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and Chile. Now, the 15,000 employee company has set its sights on the US market. It has no plans to try to sell the cars nationwide. It will only be in cities where it thinks it can be successful, like San Francisco, LA, New York, Miami, Austin, Chicago, and Dallas. It's in talks with Penske Automotive to sell its cars, and it will use VW's captive finance group to sell and lease them. Cupra executives shrug off worries about US import tariffs, even though its cars are made in Spain, Germany, and Hungary. They believe the tariff situation will be resolved by then, which by implication means they don't believe the tariff rate will stay at the 25% level that President Trump has set. I got the impression from them that they could deal with a 10% tariff. Cupra's original goal was to be an all-BEV brand, but market realities revised those plans to include ICE and PHEV powertrains. There are currently 7 models in its lineup, and in Europe, the sweet spot in their pricing is in the high 30,000 to low 40,000 euro range. I got a chance to take a brief test drive around Miami in an all-wheel drive Terramar crossover powered by a 265 horsepower 2-liter turbo, and I got a chance to drive a PHEV Formentor with 272 horsepower. The most striking aspects of these cars are their interiors. They're very well finished, with soft touch materials everywhere, contrasting stitching, and well-bolstered seats. I really need more seat time to give a thorough evaluation, but my first impressions are these cars are quick, they're comfortable, and they have kind of a premium feel without a premium price. On the exterior, you'll notice a recurring styling theme of 3 triangles. The headlamps are illuminated through 3 triangles. The wheels carry the triangular motif, and even the Cupra logo is a combo of 3 triangles. The brand is primarily targeted at 36 to 45-year-olds, and it wants to appeal to them with more than just cars, so it opened a design house in Milano, Italy, to come up with Cupra footwear, Cupra clothes, and jewelry, luggage, even chairs that reflect the brand's design, but with a twist. All those items are made using plastic trash that's been fished out of the ocean. Cupra is also focused on motor racing, and it's campaigning a team in Formula E using powertrains provided by Porsche. In fact, the name Cupra is derived from Cup racing. To help set the stage for its entry into the American market, it's running a Cupra Leon hatchback in IMSA's Michelin Pilot Challenge, which races in the US and Canada. There are 10 other manufacturers in the Michelin Pilot Challenge, so Cupra is going to have its hands full trying to stand out from all the others. And while I might have once said that Cupra was crazy to start racing in the US before it even started selling cars here, I've stopped calling this company crazy. Do you want to see the automotive industry grow and thrive? So do we. That's why we dedicate our shows to providing the people in the industry with important data and information, and access to the people who are driving the industry forward with the guests that we bring on our shows and the interviews that we conduct. But we need your help to continue doing it. That's why I'm asking you to support Autoline. with a YouTube or Patreon membership. It'll get you extra content that will be available only to members, but it will especially make sure that you and Autoline continue to drive the automotive industry forward.